What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Bold STP Sports Podcast, where sometimes we got to touch on entertainment. And this right here is some entertainment that we got to talk about. This is a pleasure today to have two of my fellow alums from
Yep.
Wilberforce University, the first black private SBCU college university. This is a proud moment for me to get y'all on here, fellas. I got my man Frankie Keefo here, but I mean, y'all introduce yourself, man.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your man Khalif Wins NYC, YouTuber here, and I'm really glad and honored to be here with people who I actually know in real freaking life. Not no internet ops, not no social media ops. We actually know each other in real life. Like this is a difference. I'm glad to be here.
Word.
Thanks for inviting me.
You
Yeah,
already
man, this
know, bro.
Keith, this Keith on here. Everybody from the Woo know me as Coach K. I'm a little bro to the chat, man. These two guys was at the Woo before me, but they ushered me
Basically,
in.
you
So
calling us old, nigga. You calling
I
Right.
ain't got. No, I listen. I'm a year or two apart from y'all, man. But y'all ushered me in, man. Made sure me and my folks was good. So it's always love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Frank, make sure you shout out your YouTube too for me. For everybody, make sure
Oh
everybody get
yeah,
it.
everybody see the screen. Khalif Wins NYC. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. This is my channel about if you go to it. If you want some more motivation, cool. If you want some real talk about some issues, cool. And I'm really got a New York sense of humor in my shorts. Just if you want to come to my channel and laugh a little bit, learn a little bit, and get motivated in the morning, that's what I'm all about. We don't play the cap. Point
Yes,
blank.
sir.
Period.
Yes, sir. If you, hey Keith, if you can't turn your camera to the side, if you could, horizontally, if you could.
Pause.
There we go. There we go. Look, man, we waiting for one more member to come on, but we go rock right in. We go jump right into it, man. This is a big topic all week, man. Drake suing Spotify and what was it, UMG?
hmm
Yeah,
And
I think
you
so.
know,
Yeah.
Frank, Key, or Khalif, excuse me, Khalif, you gonna go with Khalif today. I know my
You,
college is
you
Frank,
know,
you know.
black folk and Puerto Rican folk, and I'm black and Puerto Rican. We got multiple names.
Right,
We got
yeah, man.
multiple.
You know, hey,
They got
listen,
multiple
listen, man.
governments. It's Kali for the stream. It's Frank for the corporate. But whatever. I don't. We
We go,
family. We family.
yeah,
Fam.
we
It
gonna
don't.
go
It don't matter.
Khalif, man. We gonna go Khalif, man. We got
Yeah, that's
so look,
weird for
so
y'all. I get it. It's wild weird. That's what
right,
people
bro,
call me
for
in New
me.
York. It's different. Just whatever you say. I don't trip off that.
I had to make sure, bro. So look, man, like I know we all have some debates, fun debates, you know what I'm saying, on social media about this. And I just felt this would be a great idea. Actually, Khalif wanted me to come on his show a while back, like in
hmm
April when it first jumped off. And I didn't get to get on with him, but we go make sure we link on that. So I just figured now let's jump into it now with the extra stuff that just popped off. And I think honestly, I think Khalif, I think you've been out of us three more adamant about the situation. So I would like to start with you because you got a lot of information that you want to throw out there, and I'm gonna just jump in here and there, and Keith will do the same.
All right. Thanks for giving me the floor in this moment. I'll say this. I had feelings before the two Drake pre-suit petitions because that's what people get twisted when it comes to this thing. They say, like even me, I posted lawsuits. It's not a lawsuit. It's a pre-lawsuit petition prior to the lawsuit to have information sent from the other side that Drake personally and his company sent out. He did too. On Monday, it was to Universal Music Group based on saying that they're pushing bots, which puts not like us to popularity. The second suit, which is highly concerning, is to UMG and iHeartMedia, and more so of a defamation claim. Says, how did Universal Music Group, both my parent company of OVO and the parent company of Interscope, where Kendrick Lamar signed to, is going to allow the release of a song that is defamatory and not true? And those are the two suits. Now, again, before these suits happened, we had our personal opinions. I had streams about this. Someone like, yo, Kendrick body Drake and da-da-da. It was the back and forth and all that. And that's subjective, that's artistic, and that's opinionated. But now that Drake took it to this extra measure, I'm going to share this to the screen so everybody can see. So, Reek, you can actually, if you can accept what I'm sharing to the screen so I can show everybody the latest pre-suit petition. If you can share that to the screen.
I said they didn't come through on my end yet.
It's right there,
Right.
right at the bottom, next to the box at the bottom. You'll see all white. It's next to the boxes. Click the box and bring it up to the screen.
Let me see. Oh man, I should have practiced this before I hit record.
No,
Cause
that's
man,
cool. This is
I don't even see it.
not so. When you did you click the box to extend the screen so all of us can be seen on your end?
See, I think on the phone it's trouble for me on the phone with this one to do it on
Oh,
the
you're on the
phone.
cell phone.
Cause I'm on the cell phone. Yeah, if I was on my computer, I probably would have been able to do it easier.
All right,
So
cool. So
that's on me.
let me it's cool. It's not even on you thing. I just read it real quick. So This is the pre-lawsuit petition that Drake sent out. So right now, it says Aubrey Drake Graham, petitioner, requesting depositions of iHeartMedia and UMG Recordings, Universal Music Group. Here's
There
the
we go.
beginning of it. You see it? Okay, great.
Yep.
You see it right there. Great. It says petitioner Aubrey Drake Graham, literally himself, not a company name, himself, request an order authorized under Texas Rule of Civil Procedure 202 to take pre-suit depositions, meaning pre-lawsuit, of the corporate representatives of iHeartMedia and UMG Recordings. And listen to this part, which includes Interscope Records, which is Kendrick Lamar's label, and wholly owned division of Universal Music Group for petitioner respectfully shows as follows. Now, this is what Drake, mind you, look at the top. It says Drake is the person who was the petitioner against these two media companies. But he created this pre-trial petition based on what he describes as factual background. Number two says respondent Universal Music Group is one handful of companies that will dominate the multi-billion-dollar industry. When it comes to the release of new music by its most prominent artists, UMG is meticulous in its planning and execution of the music it releases, promotes, and backs with its considerable financial resources. So basically, for everybody, due to this jargon, it basically is Drake setting up in this position, hey, this is a great big billion-dollar music company, and they're supposed to vet all the music they have released as they're responsible. Here is factual point part 3 that is very worrisome for any hip-hop fan or hip-hop artist, independent artist. Drake says in his petition, again, I'll roll it up, not an opinion, Aubrey Drake Graham, the petitioner, the person who had his law firm petition them, says in point 3, earlier this year, one of the artists that UMG has under contract presented UMG with a new song called Not Like Us. Before it approved the release of the song, look at the wording, before, basically, I'm petitioning this company because I'm saying, hey, you guys, before you guys approve the release of Not Like Us, Universal Music Group knows that the song itself, as well as its accompanying album art and music video, remember the album art of the pictures of over Drake's house, attack the character of another UMG artist, most prominent artist, Drake, by falsely accusing him of being a sex offender and engaging in pedophiliac acts, harboring sex offenders, and committing other criminal sexual acts. Specifically, the song calls Drake a certified P-word and a predator, and some whose names should be, quote, registered and placed under neighborhood watch. Look at these points. Pursuant to the right. So point 2 was, hey, Universal Music Group runs and everything. They need to vet everything. Point 3 is the description of why he put the petition. It was based on, hey, Universal Music Group, you let this song Not Like Us go. The cover shows my house. And it's saying that we're a diss and we're a P word and we're offenders and such of that nature. The fourth point is, pursuant to the rights under various contracts, this is Drake saying this, mind you, it's his petition, Universal Music Group has exclusive control over the licensing of Not Like Us and could have refused to release or distribute the song or required the, quote, offending material to be edited or removed. Now, here's what I have an issue with. It's not about who likes Drake or who has Kendrick. When you put this type of language in legal paperwork and are suing on the basis of you feeling offended by lyrics, if this case law passed, and let's say Drake wins and UMG has to cash him a great check, that means moving further, let's say all 3 of us have YouTube channels. If somebody says, oh my God, I don't like the discourse of the channel, I believe it's offending based on words they use in their laughing jokes, then that means anybody who says shares content, any artist who has a diss song, this will set precedents that will hurt anybody freely expressing themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's
Right.
where it gets crazy. Let me read a little more and I'll let the guys feedback off it. The fourth point, he says, basically, pursuant to what UMG does, and they have exclusive control, they could have refused to release and distribute the song and required the offending material to be edited or removed. Where in hip hop is an artist so mad at a regular diss song, just like No Vaseline, Ice Cube, just like Hit 'Em Up, just like when Drake dissed Kendrick and basically said that Whitney had a child with his manager, all those things says that, hey, both of our labels should have viewed the material as offending and it been edited and reviewed. But look what he said in point 4. I'll highlight it. But UMG chose to do the opposite. UMG designed, financed, and then executed a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral mega hit of intent. Now, let me rewind for everybody watching. Aubrey Drake Graham and his legal team petitioned the 2 labels based on UMG, you're a powerful company. You know what you should put through. Point two. Three, specific points of the specific wording of the diss, not like us. And four, UMG, you could have refused, quote, refused to release the song, and it required the offending material to be edited or removed.
Now,
I am concerned about the language of this contract. I'll shut up on this point because if this case is won, that means that anybody who has commentary on a show like yours, a show like mine, or anybody that has a YouTube, anybody who says a song where somebody might be offended can be sued because of somebody's sensitivity level to the nature of the context of the conversation. I didn't have a problem really with Drake at all up until this and became into paperwork. That is dangerous for creators and artists. I'll fall back on that statement.
and Keith, I want you to go, but I want to introduce Rachel. She could throw her camera on her mic. Is you there, Rachel?
I am my camera. I'm still recovering from pneumonia, so I would like to leave my
Got you.
camera off if that's
I said
okay.
respect. Well, I introduced them as I'm gonna introduce you. Another one of my fellow alums from the first private HBCU,
Absolutely.
Wilberforce University. I'm gonna tell you, like I told them, I appreciate y'all. It's a freaking honor to be on here with y'all. Like I ain't seen y'all in person in years. All of y'all.
It's a
I don't think.
family affair.
I might have
Been a
seen
minute.
Keith. Nah, I ain't seen you in a while
Nah, you
either.
seen me in a minute.
I think that I left in 2008 when I graduated. That's the last time I
Yeah.
probably seen everybody.
Yeah, for
Yeah, that's
sure.
it for real. So it's just be an honor
You
to
won't
have
come
y'all
to
on here.
Don Dance, man.
I'm coming this year. Don't worry. So I
Now, you
definitely
said that
appreciate.
last.
But
You said that last year,
I
bro.
He
know
say
every
that
year.
all the time.
You said that last year,
But
bro.
no, I'm gonna let Keith and Rachel y'all
What?
jump in first. What y'all think about what he
What?
said, and I'm jump in too afterwards.
I'm a be brief. I'm not really a fan of the whole lawsuit thing, man. Take your L. You took an L. Take it. You know what I'm saying? It is
Mm.
what it is. I'm not. So I'm still trying to understand where the lawsuit was coming from. So I let Rachel jump in. I got another gripe about something else. We'll touch on that later on
Mhm.
in the
Okay.
stream.
I would say as far as the lawsuit is concerned, um, I think it's poor sportsmanship, and I think that it shows exactly what Kendrick said. He don't know the culture. I mean, because if you like Frank said, no Vaseline. I mean, Ice Cube ripped them to shreds. Like if you listen to what he said, I mean, it was like, oh my God. But that's a part of the sport. That's like somebody in boxing suing because the person's got hit too hard because they got hit too hard. Like this is a part of the sport. And this is how you know that Drake doesn't understand the culture. He doesn't understand what he's doing. He is used to being on top. He's used to having everybody up under him. But like my mother said, he wrote a check that his ass couldn't cash.
Mhm.
And he got with the right one. And so now because he feels so offended and oh my God, how could he? Now you take, and then here's the other thing. He said stuff too. He said stuff too. He said Dave Free was the father of Kendrick's child. He said that Kendrick was molested. He said that Kendrick beat his wife. He said a lot of things that if Kendrick was so sensitive, he could have did the same thing. But Kendrick is a part of the culture. He know this is a part. He know I'm going into battle. When you go into battle, you gonna get hit, but you don't get to determine how strong those punches are coming from the other side. The only thing you could do is manage your own strength from your side and be ready to take whatever it is from the other side. And so I just think it's very distasteful because now what it does is it comes in and it puts a damper on those that's really in this, that's really doing this, that's really about that rap battle, that's really about this hip hop culture. It comes in and now it puts this barrier there to where now you can't even really go at it because now you got to worry about what you say in case your opponent decides to sue because they don't like what it is. And then here's the thing, Not Like Us came out in May. It's November. We're going into December. Why did you wait so long? Because the first, if somebody defaming me, calling me a pedophile or a PDF file, and saying that I'm hanging with child offenders and sex offenders, I'm not gonna wait 6 months to say something because that's 6 months of you damaging my career, damaging my brand, damaging my label, damaging my character. I'm not gonna give you 6 months more of ammo. Drake didn't think the song would take off like that. He didn't think the song would take off like that. He didn't think the world would basically take this song and play it in the Olympics. They played it in games. They played it on commercials. They played it at schools. The HBCU bands playing it. I mean, it just took wildfire. That's I think what the problem is. I think it's the fact that he didn't expect the impact of Not Like Us. Because never do you get in a rap battle and think you ain't gonna get hit.
Mm-hmm.
He used Tupac's voice, AI generated voice. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you went against the estate. You couldn't do that.
You're speaking
So
facts.
to
I'm
Well,
sorry.
me,
I was
I
super
just think he's
excited. You're speaking
No,
ignorant.
super facts.
but
He
look, I got let me real quick. Like just to answer Keith's question too. Keith said he don't understand what the suing is for. So what he I guess it seems like it's more something of defamation of character, which any person that's been in the battle rap can do if they
yeah.
decided to. So and to your point, this is battle rap. That's not our culture, right? Correct. But so let me tell you why I'm not mad at Drake. So stay with me real quick. This is why I'm not mad at Drake
Mm-hmm.
about. You mentioned no Vaseline, so that was Cube to Easy E, correct? We would
Yeah.
all
But,
we would all
Stipulate.
say for what we know, Easy E's a gangster, correct? Was a
mm-hmm.
gangster, rest his soul. Hit him up. We all say Biggie was outside the streets, correct? Jada Kiss and Beanie, both of them was in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Jay and Nas in the streets. To me, Drake's a civilian that raps. He never was. I never looked at him as a street guy ever. And if we all have done lived in some part of the street at some point in our life, I'm assuming. I know Khalif, I know uh Keith and Rachel. I'm pretty sure you from Cleveland, right?
Don't play with me. You already know.
I'm just saying. Well, listen,
Don't do me.
so one
Frank,
thing we
get him
do
off
know
me.
is listen, I had to make sure.
Nah,
But
she is.
one thing we always say, and I know it's even more put out there is we cannot be mad at civilian for anything copy. Meaning, like, if a civilian gets in a fight and they charge hit you with charge for assault, that's okay. That's what they're in the civilian. They're not a thug. They're not playing a gangster persona. And I don't think Drake's a hood guy. He don't give me that. Like he
Well, then
came
he
into
need to
this
come out
game.
the game. Then he need to stop. Well, then he needs to stop making that who he think he is. Like,
Now,
if I know I can't, if I know that I am not, if y'all got a basketball team and y'all in the championship, y'all like, hey, we need one more man. I don't play basketball. I love the sport. I watch it, but I'm not a basketball player. I'm not gonna volunteer myself to come in and help you win the game because I know I can't play basketball. He knows if he's a civilian, then be that and be the best civilian you could be. But don't get into a game that you're not crafted to win.
but he was that.
He was.
The earlier Drake, up until
Yeah.
about 2015, Drake wasn't talking crazy. He
Mm.
started talking crazy once him and Meek started going at it. Then his raps just started changing to "I can get you hit." No
Used
one
to
ever
be
heard
so
Drake
make
talk
honey,
like that
but used
before.
to be so make honey no more. Who cares what he was? It's what he is
Used to
now.
be's I like that. Talk that talk then. Used to be's
Like
don't
to
make
me,
honey no
I'm just
more.
saying
That was
like
cool. That's a
it's
bar.
I'm just saying like it's about what he is now. And what he is now, he couldn't handle what happened. And so instead of just bowing out and taking his loss like a man, because first of all, this is manhood. I'm not no man, but I would think as a man, you take your loss and you bow out like a man. Okay, cool. That was good. It is what it is in a discussion. He's pushing it further. And the thing is, he did the same thing too. He did it with Meek Mills, did he
For sure.
not? It was that, I mean, so I'm just saying, like, you cannot pick and choose
Mm-hmm.
when you want to cry wolf.
That's because he
You
won.
either in it or you not.
But he beat Meek, so that's why he let it be what it be.
But what I'm
If
saying is
Right.
he
Right.
still did it. What I'm saying is the thing that he's claiming that was done to him, he did it to someone
Well,
else. The only
can I?
reason he didn't have a problem is because, like you said, he won that battle. But that was going against Meek Mills. This is
Yeah.
Kendrick. This is who does this. He is, like I told Frank on his show the other day, Kendrick is coming from a different energy. Kendrick is on a different spiritual plane. He's laser focused. He's zoomed in a different way that Drake is. Drake is fueled by the industry. Kendrick is fueled by the spirit and the culture. Them two different things. And he came into the fight with the wrong attitude. He came into the fight like, yep, I got this nigga. He ain't shit. Don't worry about it. Huh. Don't worry. I got it. His vanity is what killed him.
What you
Kendrick
gonna
didn't have
do?
no vanity. So
I
now
got
you
some
want to get a
questions.
now you want to sue? Man, get out of here.
what you what y'all got, Keith and Khalid?
Well, my question is though, you said he did it to Meek Mill. Like, granted, he beat Meek Mill in that battle or whatever, but he ain't go as far as call this man a pedophile. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I, I,
Where's the
I, I,
rules at though? Where's
No,
the
it's no
rule? Okay,
rules,
where's the
and I'm not saying that there are rules or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. I'm one to say that the whole lawsuit thing, I think it's a sucker move. I'm not gonna say that it's not. It's a sucker move to me, based
mm,
off the sport. Based off the sport, like you
yeah.
can't. Go ahead, Rick. What's up? He gave what?
It's hold real
Go
quick,
ahead.
Reek. Before
Go
you
ahead,
talk,
Kyle.
like you're gonna have to again. I'm not putting your family business out there. I'll just say this: Reek is well aware of how can I say this?
My favorite, I mean, I'm go ahead, whatever. It don't matter.
No, I know. I'm gonna be very respectful, especially your family. Be very respectful. Reek has an awareness of what's the difference between music industry dudes, real street dudes,
Hmm.
and battle rap. Those are three different cultural tiers,
Right.
Yeah, I
right?
got you.
For
Follow
sure.
me. We all know very street dudes, right? But we are civilians. But one thing we know not to do is use the language of our friends who claim the rag that they've worked hard for.
Got
For
you.
that
instance,
part?
my
Got
family, their politics I cannot speak on. My blood family is aligned with those politics. That's none of my business. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
For
I
sure.
can't be in a rap song talking about I'm running the six with my woes. We got shooters. Chubb will do this and have a career of great hits. Drake great hits. But if I'm a civilian and I'm not of the cloth
Be a
and I didn't earn
civilian.
my
Yep.
rag, then I should not be
Yep.
talking the talk based on what's in my close
I agree.
proximity. That's the first thing I'll say. And Reek knows that.
Yep.
Everybody here knows that.
Right.
He's not going to talk on things that he has not earned himself into, right?
Yep.
That's my first point. Second point is this. And my homeboy Broadway said this on my stream. Broadway's Tiana Taylor's DJ, Lil Nas X DJ. He knows a lot of these industry dudes. He did stuff in LA with Nipsey, blah, 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 blah. This is not a name drop opportunity. This is just a context. He says Drake is a great manufactured experiment from the labels, and he's not of that cloth. That was his argument on my stream. My response to him is, if you're not of culture, then don't cry about culture and legal petitions. You cannot enter something. That's like me. That's like That's like me and Reek. I'm like, yo, Reek, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm about to do this on your sports show. Word, word. On all sports, on the episodes, I'm all sport. I'll play this, and then we play I don't know anything about nothing but UFC. I'm only an MMA guy. I don't know nothing about football,
Oh, I got to
basketball.
get you on
But
for that.
we'll talk later.
Yeah,
But let's
yeah.
say I play a football game and Reek breaks my ribs. I'm now going to go and do a lawsuit and say, hey, it was physical harm. I place myself in the situation as a civilian outside of football culture. I don't so again, I don't understand why not you. I'm talking about the whole internet is making it very complicated. Drake is a half Jewish, half black kid who grew up primarily in Canada, another continent, who has garnered great success with his great ability to create hit songs or bring people together for hit songs. Then after he destroyed Meek, and before that, Tough Line, Street Talk, the six, now does push-ups, disrespect, what Rachel said, and has all these gangster lyrics. But when he got punched in the mouth, you want to go to a legal petition to say, hey, I'm not suing Kendrick. I'm suing both of our distribution labels, and I'm suing iHeartMedia because what he said was false. Then that means that we have to uncover all your lip. You can't play basketball and get mad. You get your lip bust. That's not an opinion. That's not subjective.
Right.
And Reek, when you said I agree with what he kind of did, yes, under the normal normal business, corporate business, we all run a bakery. If I defame your character and it affects customers coming to your store, then I'm losing that defamation suit. But I can't engage in the same warfare and then do a defamation suit. It's hypocritical. Business-wise, it's very hypocritical to diss somebody, get dissed, then say you defame me. I'm talking about business, not
So-
Kendrick or Drake. Business.
So again, in the whole overall, as far as doing it, I think that was super corny what he did. I do, but I'm still looking at it as who he is. I know from a distance far, we all from afar from him, who he is. Like I remember in college when he came out, I was a big Wayne fan. Like I was like, I don't rock with Drake. He's too soft. Because I was still playing that little persona of trying to be street, type. You know what I'm saying? You know how what a lot of us was in college, like trying to play what we like. You know what I mean? We had some friends that's that we was, whatever. So he was too like soft. As I got older and older and older, I started liking him. Like yo, he's talented. He's a talented artist, but he's not street. And then I think he went to the point of he seen music flip into the drill music and all that. So he kind of like doing the Future and all them. And he started talking like them in his way. And he made himself as a persona as he can do this, which he can because he has the money to do it, but that's not the life you lived. So, and I think Frank, I think you was getting to surf a little bit. Was that what you was getting to?
I'm
surf?
not going to disrespect family like that.
No, it's okay.
Because-
But no. So the reason I'm saying that, the reason I brought that up, because my cousin, which is a battle rapper and everything, whatever, that's locked up right now, that's a rapper.
Free Surf.
He said for sure, Free Surf. He said something about, and this is what I kind of put with Drake. He said something about 6ix9ine when 6ix9ine first did the stitching and all that. He said he blamed, I forgot the gang that brought him in, them for bringing in a guy that they know isn't like that, and expecting when things go hit the fan that he wouldn't tell. I put that in the same sense as Drake. We all know who Drake is from afar. We never
I'm with you
thought
on
Drake
that.
was a thug, even
I'm
when
with
he
you on
talked that talk. So that's why, to me, I don't blame Drake for what he's doing. I just didn't think he would do it, and I'm sure no one else thought he wouldn't either, because it's not to a point of you going to jail. He wasn't going to go to jail for battle rap, but now he's trying to do sue for money, which he has plenty of already. For what? The song's out. We all know it now. We know that everyone knows the song. So you're suing us for what? You got enough money, you don't need money.
No, he's suing this so it's not going to be played at the Super Bowl. That's the whole play. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I
But that's
agree
my
there.
point.
I agree
Everyone that's gonna hear that at the Super Bowl done heard that song in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
I don't care what your culture is. You heard that song somewhere. You can look at a basketball game and hear that song. Like you said, it's been played everywhere. So, like, to me, what's the reason behind you doing it? You make yourself look worse. You know what I'm saying? In my mind. But I really don't blame him because of who I know or think he is.
But remember what Surf said, blame the OGs. I remember that. I think that was an Instagram Live. And he's absolutely right. You blame the OGs, and that's where we have to get to a Young Money situation. So, but here's the thing now, and again, I'm not trying to, share any information, but I was on the phone with my West Coast media homies, and of course, Joe Buttons just posted it this morning that Wayne's already clipped up and ready to release that diss song, which I think is going to be a huge mistake for I think it's. I said this, and I'll play both sides. I told my West Coast homie, if Lil Wayne does not have a suitable diss song that makes an impact the same way 7 Minute Drill from J. Cole did not, why should Kendrick respond? That's my Kendrick shouldn't respond argument. My other argument.
Can I jump on that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because it's Wayne, you have to. J. Cole's not Wayne. Wayne's considered one of the top, I say top 3, but at least top 10 for everybody.
Yes, and listen, I agree, but I'm saying Wayne, and again, we had this conversation on my stream. Wayne is not a battle rapper. He is a catchy bar, punchline, crack a joke, make you look stupid with lyrical. But again, since you come from your bloodline is battle rap. Let's just put this out there.
Facts.
You know what it's like when you have somebody that's prep line punch versus somebody like your cousin who will intellectually dismantle a person's street cred. That's why listen, styles win fights. I said this on my stream.
Facts.
Wayne is a magnificent MC. He's not a battle rapper. And I am highly concerned of Wayne engaging in tough guy talk with a good kid that comes from a mad city. That's why I don't want it to occur. Because Wayne does not have ammunition on an introverted Gemini man who's always to himself. So if he goes low and Kendrick goes to lyrical hell on Wayne, and Wayne goes tough guy, I don't want to see Tupac and Biggie again. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I don't want Wayne to respond.
I agree.
Wayne has no
I
reason to
agree.
diss Kendrick.
I
He has
I
no
feel the
reason.
same way. I feel the same way. I feel like when it comes to Wayne, like I had said on Frank's show a little while ago, a couple of days ago, this is not his moment.